In this session, we'll just look at a few more editing techniques, particularly moving clips around and also how to add titles. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take some clips where I've got the eraser which starts at this photograph and then it just moves to the bottom of the page just before the pen comes in. Those are the photographs I need to take, because the next one, this one here, I think the pen starts arriving. So what I'm going to do is just highlight these photographs. So you can highlight all of them by clicking on the first one, holding down Shift, and clicking on the last one, or clicking on the last one, holding down Shift, and clicking on the first one. So there are my photographs, and I'm just going to add that to the beginning of the movie. So with my right click, I'm just going to take a copy of these. If I wanted to just move them, I could just cut them, or I could just drag them once they're highlighted. So let's just take a copy of these because I still want it right at the end of the film. Go to the beginning, click my cursor at the beginning, and then paste these. So I can just right click paste, or probably edit paste, but it's just more straightforward to just do a right click and paste. And they've just been added actually just after the first clip. So I'm just going to pick this clip up and put it, well, I'm dragging this one now, so that's another way of moving clips. I'm just going to drag it to the end. So now what happens is my movie starts off with let's turn this down a bit. So my movie starts off with the cursor going, with the razor going to the bottom of the board, and then the writing happening, and all of the photos have been speeded up so that the animation looks as if it's, you know, happening as an animation rather than just a load of still photos which show for a very long time. So the other thing that we can do, obviously from copying and moving, etc., exactly like you would do with paragraphs in a word, I'm just going to add one credit, and that's right at the end, because I want to just be able to attribute the soundtrack. So to do that, I'm just going to be clicked on probably visual effects maybe, or possibly animation. Not quite sure actually where they are. Okay, it's under the home tab. So I've clicked on the home tab, and here is a credits option for me, and I'm going to choose the one for soundtrack. So I'm just going to add that, and I've just actually, it's added the information about the music there automatically for me. And the only other thing I need to do is get hold of the website so that it gets attributed properly. And on the website, it's just this particular piece of text I want. So if I just do a Control-C here and then go back into my iMovie, and wherever my cursor is, I can do a Control-V and just paste that in. I can make this bigger if I need to, if I've got too much writing to fit in. So and you know, you've got various things like changing the font and making things bold, etc., and how long you want it to stay on for. So this is going to be right at the end of my movie. That's where it's been added. So there it is. And what you'll notice is every time you add these things, you get an extra tab along the top to say, okay, well, you've got some video and then you've added some music. That's this bit. So we could, if we wanted, is cut out parts of our music, and then we've got text tools which are all to do with the writing, which is going to appear on our right at the end of our movie. So all we need to do now is just add a couple of effects. I think we don't need to even do that. Oh yes, possibly. Right here, if I play this, I think what I'd quite like is for the music to fade in a little bit. So I'm just going to click on the music tab and just give it a fade in, like a slow fade in, and then just have it doing a slow fade out. And so then play that. And that's all fine. I mean, that's a minute long, which is quite enough of a length. and I might just speed these up just slightly because the music has got quite a fast beat to it. And in the next video I'll just show you how to basically export this as a movie and some of the options that you might choose when you're doing that.